Hi everyone. Today I wanted to share all of the different planners and journals and notebooks that I've been currently using. I've seen a few other people do this and I really liked it. I love to see how people are actually using their things and how it's working for them and their entire system on how they keep organized and, you know, write down their notes and not lose anything. So I have done either setup videos of all of these or I will be doing them. But today is just going to be a very quick overview on my current system and how it's working for me. So I'm going to start with my planners. I'm using 3 currently. This one is my Hobonichi Weeks. I just was able to start using this at the 1st of December, and I use this for my YouTube planning. I know that most people probably don't need one, but this is a really great size of a planner. You could use it for project planning, whatever you want to. A lot of people use this as just their regular planner. So if you're not familiar with the layout, it's kind of like a Midori weekly, if you've seen that one, where it's just got the weekly overview on the left and notes page on the right. So it's a good little layout here, and of course the awesome paper. So how I just use mine is video ideas and the days I want to do them on the monthly, and then the weekly is going to be just like all of my other planners where it's just notes and crossing out and post-its galore, and it's just kind of a mess, but it does work. So that's just a briefly here, some pre-planning, just stuff like that. And at the back I've got some video ideas, and then I also have it set up for each month. So that is how that is working. This one is, you've seen this a lot of times, my main planner. This is my traveler's notebook that I've had for a very long time now. I've used this the majority of the year. It's the same exact setup. I have the monthly Midori insert, the weekly Midori insert in here still. The daily Midori insert that I had ran out in November, and I didn't want to replace it because I am changing up my system for 2016, which I'll tell you about later. And I did tell you that I was probably going to struggle with just having a monthly, a weekly, and I am. I'm trying to put my dailies on just a regular size post-it, and it's a mess, which I will briefly show you. I'm going to embarrass myself, but I'm going to show you anyway. So it's like this. It just got post-its everywhere. And so my planner right here, this is my planning system, which is the first half, and then my personal finances are the second half. So this is all of my spending and my budget and my Dave Ramsey cash envelope system all right here. So you can see why this is my go-to one. I carry this with me everywhere, and this goes with me in my purse as well when I go out. I forgot to mention my pens because that's a big deal for me. I am using my Friction 3-color pen for my Hobonichi. And then this one, as you can see, I don't have my pen. The clip in my pen are constantly falling off. It's a big problem that I'm trying to solve. And that's usually just in my purse, but yeah, I usually have a clip and a pen on that one. This one right here is my family weekly schedule. And on this one, I just do menu planning on the monthly. And then on the weekly is just our schedule, tracking the weather, menu tracking, and just, you know, some pre-planning. As you can see, Christmas sticky notes everywhere. Yep, that's how I roll. That has worked out really well. This one, I am just using a green pen. I just picked a green pen for Christmas. Just a green, plain old green gel pen. Then my next category, I'm going to say, are organized journals and notebooks. This first one, I just did a video on this. This is a Hobonichi A6 English that I'm using as a gratitude journal. I have to say I'm really proud of myself because I told you I've struggled so much with journaling, but I want to be a good journaler. Normally in a journal, I am done in like 2 or 3 days. It's been almost a week. I am still loving this. I still look forward every night to doing my gratitude. So that's a huge step for me. I'm really excited. I use my Pilot Juice metallic green set, or metallic set. This is green and it's 0.5. And I'll give you a quick peek of this one. I just use the yearly overview by month for like a daily synopsis, something really good that happened, an accomplishment, something like that, but it just has to be positive. For my monthly, I use that as a vocabulary builder. And then here are my daily gratitudes. So as you can see, I've almost hit a week, and it's really lovely. I love it. Then I've got this one, which, as you can obviously figure out, this is going to be my spirituality notebook. I wouldn't say it's a journal, and it's definitely not a planner. I take this with me to church. I write sermon notes in this. when I'm doing my one word, the questions that I did a video on that, all of that goes in here. I am actually planning my one word for 2016, so all of that is going in here as well. And then just any other observations or thoughts that come to me, you know, things related to spirituality, that all goes in here. So it's not planned, it's just mostly just things that I'm writing down that are in my brain. And then I just use a green gel pen again. Green's kind of my color for Christmas. And then this is my family finances. So our family budget, our family goals, all of that is in this notebook. The last time I showed this to you, I think I was in my plum paper notebook. I've, like I said, gone down to this. It's a lot smaller, but I had some pages and I wanted to use this up. And I will be doing a setup video for my finances in probably January. The only thing here is I did have a gold Coletto on this one, and you know, I know this is a first world problem here, but I didn't like the way that the gold looked with this notebook. It didn't really stand out, so I ended up getting a black Coletto several months ago. I have red, green, and black in here, which to me are absolute finance colors. You know, you want to be in the black, green is when you get paid, and then the red is your expenses. All of the other 3-color pens out there are just have the red, blue, and black. So I did need a Coletto so I could pick the colors, and I really like the way it looks with this particular notebook. So that's my family finance binder notebook, whatever you want to call it. Then I've got, and I don't know what else to call these except for messy notebooks. This is my Midori thin paper insert. I did have it in my traveler's notebook for quite a while, but when I got my daily insert in here, it was just too bulky and I had to take this out. This was my YouTube planning. And I say that loosely because it wasn't really planned out very well. This is mainly just video notes is really what it was. So in my Hobonichi, I do have some notes in there. This is going to be a lot better planned, at least this year, than this. I want to use this up because I have like 10 or 12 pages, I'd say is all that's left. So I will definitely finish this within the next week or two at the very, very most. And then all of my YouTube planning will be back in here. Right now I've got my notes in here and then all of my planning in here. But that's how that's working. So it's a mess. I will give you a quick flip through. You'll never see this again, but as you can see, crossing out, lots of writing, sticky notes. Yep, it's a mess. This one is my actual plum paper planner. I just have an Erin Condren Christmas. I change out the covers each month on this. This one is probably the one I've least used this year. I used this as a planner the first few months, which I'll talk more about later. And it just really sat. So I wanted to find a purpose for it. And what I did was I started using this as, well, there's some notes. And I was using this as a kind of a holiday planner as well. And then the weekly pages, as you can see, same color, they are a mess. I was using this for, people call it a brain dump. I don't really like that word. I call it more of like a daily download of my brain. So just things that come to my mind, my brain of, hey, I remember I should do this, or I should buy that, or I should do this project. So it's big and little things in here just so they can get out of my brain and I don't have to think about them. And then as you can see, I have crossed some things out. That's when they actually get done. As you can see, there's a lot of things that I have not done yet, and that does not even bother me because for me, this is just so I don't have to think about things and worry about them and about worrying about remembering them. And so that's what this is. So I just use, because it's orange, and actually November and December are both orange, I just used the orange pen for both months, and then I crossed it out or highlighted it with a Friction orange highlighter. So that's been working out really well. What I will do is I'll take these notes and things I need to get done, and then I will get my planner out and I will think, what can I get done? What do I need to? And then I will either put that on my weekly or my daily pages in there. So it's not a perfect system, but it is working. And then this is more of, I don't even want to say this is organized either. This is where I have my daily download here. This is where all the details go, because I don't know if you guys are like I am, but with all of my different planners, I need lots and lots of just blank pages just so I can write stuff down and get things organized and do, like, I guess you'd call it project planning, whatever you want to call it. So this notebook is really just lists and lists and lists, and just getting things organized on how I want things to go, my day, how I want my day to go, my routines, projects that I'm working on, anything like that, supplies I want to use up, different stuff about my house. That's where all this goes. I did this year's holiday planning in here as well. So that's just what that one is. I'm probably used about 3/4 of this, so I'll probably end up using this in the next few weeks as well. And I just have a red pen for that one. So as you can see, I like to keep a specific pen for each specific notebook or journal or planner. I do not like looking for pens. It drives me up the wall. And I like the consistency. So that's the only reason why I do that. Plus, I got a lot of pens to use up. So anyway, that's a quick overview of my entire system, every single thing that I use to try being the operative word there, to keep myself organized and to get stuff done. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I will talk to you soon.